What's up, guys, and welcome back to the Tim Sports Talk. And today, we got some big news here in Washington. Washington made a move, and that move is a fifth-round pick trade for Deebo Samuel. Deebo Samuel is now a Washington Commander for just a fifth-round pick. And there's a lot of people that are upset, but a ton of people that are excited. I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm cautiously optimistic here. Of course, we know Deebo has had an injury history. He fell off towards the end of last year in favor of Jawan Jennings. There's some turmoil there. Don't know exactly what happened, but a big thing that I was curious about is what is the money compensation? What is he making salary? And according to Adam Schefter, we are taking on a $17.5 million salary for the 2025 season. And honestly, that is not too bad. If we look here at the cap space, we have an almost $82 million cap space number according to the over the cap. I can zoom in on this a bit. But, okay, 82 million, 17 and a half out of that. You basically bring us down to $65 million. And, of course, there are rumors that apparently we had Jonathan Allen potentially on the trade block. If we can get rid of him, that's $22.5 million. Now, I am sad to get rid of Jonathan Allen. I know a lot of people are excited. Didn't make a video on that one because it hasn't happened yet, but hopefully we don't get rid of him. Maybe we could rework his contract to lower his cap hit instead. I would like to see Jonathan Allen as a Commander for life, but neither here nor there. That's for another video. But if we do end up trading him and offering a $22.5 million, we basically, it's a $5 million difference, and we trade Jonathan Allen for Deebo Samuel, right? Now that's another weapon for Cliff Kingsbury and Jaden Daniels. He could be versatile, used in the run game a ton over there in San Francisco, sometimes just being the lead back at times when Christian McCaffrey's hurt or they don't have anybody else. And so he is a very, very hard dude to bring down. I've seen several times watching him live that he breaks 3, 4, 5 tackles on a play, ends up with a touchdown. I know a lot of people hate on his separation, but as soon as he does get the ball in his hands, he makes a ton of plays happen. So in the screen game or directly handing it him off or a jet sweep, something along those lines, he can make things happen in those plays. So let's take a look here at his stats. Right, he has had a 1,400-yard season when he had 121 targets. That's his only season ever having over 100 targets. Right, he's had 94 his other year with 13 games played, 44 and 20 with only 7 games played, 81 targets last year, turned into 800 yards. Never been a big touchdown guy. He did have that 2021 season where he went crazy with 14 total touchdowns, but outside of that, I guess you had a decent year in 2023 with 12 total. That's with rushing. Receiving-wise, the most he's ever had in a season was 7. So not a big red zone threat, a touchdown guy, but still a nice weapon added for Jaden Daniels. Now, it's only a fifth-round pick. $17.5 million is a decent number, but you think of guys like Christian Kirk getting $20 million a year. Other guys have gotten big, big contracts. So a dude in Deebo Samuel, who hopefully has some, a reinvigorated career now, right? Or, when you get a change of scenery, sometimes you get more motivated, and that happens. You get better numbers moving forward. That could potentially happen, right? Zach Ertz had a resurgence last year. Austin Eckler had good moments until he got hurt, right? So there's sometimes that you get that change of scenery, good things happen in that front. I do love that we have a coaching staff that will utilize him to the best of his ability, right? I think that we are going to get the most out of him. Maybe we don't get a 1,400-yard season like they did in 2021 because he's older now and probably not in that way. Like that's 4 years ago, 2021. It's now going into 2025, so it's been quite a few years, right? Last year he had 15 games played, 51 catches, 670 yards on the year. Not all that exciting, right? But all that being said, I think it's a very solid move for us, right? We continue to keep our draft picks, and I think we'll see if we make the Myles Garrett move. I know we're the odds-on favorite right now. I don't think that Adam Peters is completely against it, but I also think he's really, really hesitant. He wants those draft picks. He said when he got here, he wants to build through the draft, and if they make a huge play for Myles Garrett, that's not building through the draft, right? Myles Garrett's 30 years old, obviously an uber talented dude, defensive player of the year in his career. I don't think he was last year, but it was the year before. Absolute monster. I love that play when they had two tight ends on his side. He just goes ahead and switches sides, and the two tight ends switch, and then he comes back. Teams are worried about where Myles Garrett is, so we'll see if they still make a play for that. But a Deebo Samuel's trade, a 5th-round pick, doesn't affect that at all, right? We have plenty of cap space, as we talked about, $82 million minus that, so $65 million somewhere in there, potentially restructuring or trading Jonathan Allen, maybe restructuring some other money. There's a lot of things that you can do to make the money dance, right? Nothing is set in stone. Ever since I saw the Saints have negative $100 million in cap space and still figure it out before the next season, I mean, honestly, if you have $65 million in cap space, you may as well have 160. It's weird how the money can possibly work. I don't know how or why they make it so crazy convoluted instead of just, hey, you're paying him $20 million this year. Boom, that's his cap hit. Simple. But no, they can kick money down the road and have dead cap years, and you can turn money into bonuses and this and just anyway. Don't worry so much about the cap space. Only a 5th-round pick for Deebo. I think he does add to this offense, continues to build to this roster. We were one game away from the Super Bowl last season. Let's see where he takes us this season, he being Adam Peters and, of course, Coach Dan Quinn. I think we will definitely have a good showing again. I don't see why not, and we will go from there. But thank you for watching to the end. So hit that like button, hit the subscribe, and I will see you next time. And until next time, see ya!